Good evening. Welcome to our Zany Zebras card class. I'm so happy to be bringing you guys some zany fun tonight. I don't know about you, but fun is not necessarily the way I would describe this current season that we're in. So anything that I can do to bring some fun into your life or into your craft room, that's what I'm trying to do. So we've got these cute zebras tonight to entertain us. There's Mom. Yay! It's going to take a little bit for everybody to find me. You know, usually we have this card class at Mom's house. And her house is kind of hard to find. So it's a little hard to find out where this new online card class is up until we can stamp together safely. This is the best way I have found to stamp together once a month. Now I have other classes here and there, but this is the class that I do every month on the 4th Tuesday. So I'm going to I want you to comment if you're here, and whoops, sorry, unplugged my phone. I want to know, what is your favorite Little Debbie snack cake? What's your favorite Little Debbie snack cake? You comment in the comments, and I'm going to grab my iPad. So tell me, okay, I'm going to, trying to turn the Wi-Fi back on. Yeah, okay. So, Facebook Live, whenever you try to go live, electronical things disturb you. Okay, so tell me what's your favorite Little Debbie snack cake. Dun, 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 while I get my other screen going up here so I can see your comments. Y'all are too scared to tell me what you may be too scared to tell me, but you also may have lost connection, so that would be sad. My favorite Little Debbie snack cake is a good old-fashioned cosmic brownie. So that's what my kids and I like. And they're not healthy, but there's nothing that's healthy about a Little Debbie snack cake. All right, so I'm going to get started here. Hopefully you guys will hop on, find me, and let me know what your favorite Little Debbie snack cake is. So tonight we're going to make 3 cards using our Zany Zebras set. We're going to make this cute guy, this cute guy, and this cute guy. So I'm going to show you how to make these 3 cards with the Zany Zebras set. But let me explain to you how the online class works first, because it's a little tricky. We're not used to it. So every month you'll come to this area on my Paper Made Prettier page, and if you register, then I'll send you a link that will always bring you right back here to this page. It can be pretty tricky. So just register every month, and then you can click onto that link just to join me right where the video is. So you come and you watch the class. And just like at a class, you decide if you want to put it in order or not. I think you will want to after you see these cute zebras and all the fun things that I'm going to show you. So if you see some things that you want, then write them down at home on your little scratch paper, and I can help you put together your order for tonight's class. Now, if your order gets to be $35 or more, then you will get the make and take packet, so all the pieces to make these cards, in the mail for free. You'll have 2 of each card, so you'll get 2 of this card 2 of this card, and 2 of this card. Now, I've had a lot of people say to me this week, but Kay, I don't have that stamp set. I can't make the cards. Well, guess what should be number 1 on your order? The Zany Zebras stamp set. But if you're not a zebra fan, that's perfectly fine. You can put any other cute critter stamp that you have in that circle or on that strip. If these cards are specifically designed to be used with lots of different stamp sets, okay? So you can mix in your own stamps into the make and take packets that I send you. Now, if your order gets to be $50 or more, then you get a free set of Zany Zebra tags. They're super cute. So I'll show you that in a second. And then I can help you make your order. So don't stress about making your order. I can help you with that. You don't need to worry one thing about getting that figured out, placed, entered. If you want to order online, like I noticed Debbie Allen already ordered online, then go ahead. That's perfectly fine. I put a link in that email. But if you need help ordering, I am here to help, so I will help you. Oh, I don't have a picture of that zebra tag, but I'll put a picture in my Facebook group and tag each one of y'all so you can see it later. Okay, I want you guys to comment so I can see who's here. All I see is that there's 5 eyeballs watching, and I want to know who's here. Tell me, what is your favorite Little Debbie snack cake? Mine is a cosmic brownie. All right, so any questions about how the card class works, just to get started? All right. If I see questions come along on my phone, I will try to answer them as they come. You guys are awesome. I'm glad you're here. Okay, now I'm going to turn the phone over to what's much more attractive, and that is my stamp area. Okay, so let me pull this up a bit so y'all can see the whole stamp area and get adjusted here. You guys should see the little zebra stamp set and these 3 cards, what you should be seeing. Okay. So, just like every stamp class, I'm going to start with something that we're not making because I have to show you all my pretty things. And one of my favorite things the first thing that I order every time we have a new catalog, which I don't even think I mentioned that these zebra stamps are in this new catalog. So if you don't have one, send me a Facebook message and I'll make sure that you get one. This is definitely important. Okay. So that's our new catalog, but the first thing I order out of every new catalog is the kits, okay? And the Simply Citrus kit jumped out right at me. For one, it has, it's a kit that includes everything, which is my favorite kind of kit because I don't want to go looking for something that I need. I want everything to already be in there. So this Simply Citrus kit has everything you need to make all of these cute cards. 3 of each of these cute cards. All right, I'm going to turn the fan off because it's shaking my camera. I was getting hot, but it's because I was running around getting a few last things together. Okay. So let's see. Oh, Mom likes the Christmas tree. Little Debbie's, I think, is what she said. Those are good. All right, so this is our Simply Citrus card kit. So these are the cards that it makes. I've already put one of each one of the cards together. So just to show you, they're adorable. There's 5 cute cards, okay? They're just super cute. And what kind of reception would you get if you sent one of these cards to someone right now? They're perfect for the summer. They're perfect to spread a little sunshine to your friends who need it right now. Everyone needs some sunshine right now. So go ahead and pick up this cute kit so you can send some sunshine. Now let me show you how easy it is to put one of these cards together. So I'm just going to pull out the top package. Each kit comes with a little Stampin' Spot. And did I mention these cute envelopes? They're adorable. Our kits always have the best envelopes. You're going to have these cute little embellishments and a nice Stampin' block. So some of our kits have a little bit smaller blocks. That's a nice big block. We have some glue dots, a big sheet of dimensionals, a whole stamp set. You've got stamps that say, way to go, hello sunshine, just a note, and thanks for being you. So you've got lots of cool things. And Calypso Coral Twine. Oh, I get excited about new twines. Okay, now if you were at home and you were putting this kit together, you might actually open up the instructions and look at them. And that tells you step by step what to do, how to make each card. I usually just sort of wing it. But that's just me. I'm a winger. All right, now there's two ways. There's a way to put this together super simple and a way to put together that's, I would call, still pretty simple but less simple. Okay, so one thing I noticed is when in the kit, this card that we're doing, I noticed that they stamped around the little circles and the little leaves with a stamp. So what I'm going to do is show you how that's done. All right, now the cool thing about our stamps is they're see-through. So, oh, we've got 7 people watching. I'm so excited. Y'all say who you are. I'm just tickled that there's people here. I just want to know who you are. Tell me your name, where you're from. Oh. Wow, I just got a bunch of ink on my finger. Okay, so you're going to open up your little Stampin' Spot, and you are just going to line that up. And it doesn't have to match exactly. It just needs to go around your little fruit. Okay, so boom. I can't get as close down to it as if I were stamping, because I don't want you to have to see my head. I'm getting a little too much ink there. And then we're just gonna flop that one on there. Okay, so you've got your little outline on your, now you could skip this whole part if you wanted to make the kit really simple. Just skip it. Don't even stamp your fruits with navy, but it is kind of cute. So up to you, totally. So now you're just gonna pop in here and you're gonna stamp around all your leafy parts. I'm not being very careful. You could be a lot more careful. I just want to kind of show you the gist of it. And I do have to stamp them all so I can put the card together for you. So just hang out and watch me stamp the leaves. Dun, 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 dun. This is the only card in the bunch that you stamp all the background pieces to, so of course it's the one that I chose to show you tonight. But it's good. Now you'll know how to do it. But again, very simple. Just a little extra, little something for your card. Now, you're going to pop around here and pop in all these little doodads on the corners. One more over here. Okay, so now you've done your cool stamping on here. But like I said, you could leave that completely off and just leave it like that, and it would still be extra cute. So if you're a beginner stamper, you can skip that part. Or heck, just go for it. Have fun. All right, then I'm going to pull out this stamp that says just a note, and I'm going to stamp that on the circle. So all these little circle pieces and die cut pieces are already die cut and circled for you. You don't have to do any of that. It's already done for you. You just pull them out and they're ready. All right, now all we're going to do is build our card. So we have our card base. They come pre-cut and scored, so you don't have to mess with any of that. And then we're going to, now the one thing you need is a basic adhesive. So if you are on this video and you don't have a basic adhesive, I have something to tell you that's so exciting. Or if you do have a basic adhesive, I have a new best friend, and it's called Stampin' Seal Plus. We have a new snail tape runner, and this is called Stampin' Seal Plus. It's a very heavy-duty adhesive, and it's just perfect. It comes on so smoothly and stays really, it's like tear and tape if you have that, but it's even stronger. So, well, it's even easier than tear and tape. So it's a tape runner, and it comes out, and I don't know if you can see it, but I'm just gonna do it on the back of this just to kind of show you. It comes out in little strips. It's kind of hard to see, but they're little bitty sections. Anywho, it's cool. It's a nice new heavy-duty adhesive. Now, we also have something called Stampin' Seal. I'm having a lot more luck with Stampin' Seal Plus, okay? So if you are curious which one you should get, I like the Stampin' Seal Plus a lot better. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap this twine around the card twice, and try not to pick up your strip. Just a little secret when you're tying twine is to tie a knot first and then tie a bow, and you'll have a little bit more wiggle room in that twine when you're trying to tie a bow, which can be kind of challenging sometimes. All right, so let me get my honkin' scissors, and there's your twine, Calypso Coral. All right, now what we're gonna do is stick down our little die cut piece, shimmy that bow over a little bit, and then we're gonna pop this down with some Stampin' Seal. Now, I'm actually just gonna put it right onto here so that I'll know that this goes right where it needs to go, okay? Super cute and quick. All the cards come together. This is probably the card that takes the longest just because of the stamping the whole background. Now you're gonna pour out about 3 of these little, I don't even know what they're called. They're like tiny little flowers, and they're like plastic, probably. I don't know. They probably have a fancy crafty name, but to me they're little plastic flowers. And what you're gonna do is peel off the back of this glue dot, stick it down onto your thing, and then peel that off, and you've got glue, okay? So you can use, these are great glue dots to use. I like my glue dots in a roll, which you'll see later, but these will also work. So anywho, you're gonna stick 1, 2, 3 little flowers down to that card. 1, 2, 3. I won't make you watch me do that. But that is how you put together that cute card, okay? And then you've got this fun set of cards to brighten up your friends' days. I challenge you to buy the kit, make all the cards, and send every last one to brighten someone's day. This is the perfect time, summertime, COVID. Go for it. All right, the kit itself is, I believe it's, let me see if it's in our beginner catalog. I bet it is. Yes. So this is a beginner catalog that is great for new happy shoppers. And this Simply Citrus kit is listed in here. It's $32. So you're going to make 15 cards. That's quite a deal. And when you're done, you're still going to have the ink and stamps left over to play with. You can make lots of cards with those, with that stamp set. Now, one of the things that's fun about card class, online card class, is you can share it with your friends. So I would love it if you would take a second right now and hit that little arrow button and just share this class with your friends. So just share it to your Facebook timeline and let your friends see that you are having fun at Kay's card class. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. Now, let's see. Fruit kit. Check. I was going to also show you guys, well, no, that's what I'm going to show you for today, the fruit kit. All right, let us go on to our cards. Now, the first card we're going to make is our simplest card, and it is our Rainbow Glimmer Zebra card. Okay, now your pack will come in the mail, and all of these pieces will be in an envelope, tucked in an envelope. And I don't even see an envelope nearby, but everything to make this one card will be tucked down nice in an envelope. And you'll just pull it out and you'll be all ready to make your card. Now, like I said, if you don't have the zebras, first of all, you should order them. But if you don't have them and you don't like them, you can use any other set. But the cool thing about the zebras stamp set, which is perfect for card class, is that it only requires one stamp pad. So black, right? Because zebras are black and white. So this is a great beginner set to have because you can do all the stamping with black. You don't have to have a million different colors of ink pads. So that's one of the features that I love about the Zany Zebras stamp set. Also, we have 3 of the cutest zebras you could ever see. I mean, seriously, I can't even decide which one I like best because they're all so cute. They each have their own little personality. So, I don't know which one you like the best. Tell me which one. This one, I think I like this guy because he's just kind of, he looks like a little trickster. All right. Just watching to make sure y'all are still here. Okay, so that's what I love about it. Also, you've got Happy Birthday, Wild About You, which can just be for anything, like thank you or just for your grandkids. Then you've got More Birthday, Kick Up Your Heels, just for any kind of celebration. So it's obviously a great birthday set, but can also be for any kind of celebration or graduation, just whatever. Super fun. All right, so you're going to start, you're going to see a piece of Whisper White, 2 strips of Rainbow Glimmer Paper, and a Whisper White base. All right, so let's talk about this Rainbow Glimmer Paper first. Mom knows that I am a rainbow fanatic. I love rainbows. I can't get enough of them. And when Stampin' Up said they were making Rainbow Glimmer Paper, my head just about exploded. So I ordered the limit of what I could of this paper. It's like $5 for a pack of 2 12 by 12 sheets. So I ordered my limit of 3 packs when we had a limit. Now I can order as much as I want. But I've used a 1/2-inch strip of this glimmer paper to really snazz up our card. So just to show you where I get ideas for cards is I got this idea from the beginner catalog, and it was this card, okay, that inspired me, but I wanted to use the zebra. So that's a fun thing. Just look at the catalog and say, oh, that's kind of cute, and then decide how you want to make your card. I decided to make this cute zebra card, and then when I looked over and saw my Rainbow Glimmer Paper, I said, it's the perfect thing. All right, so let's start with our card base. And we are going to use a black ink called Stays On. And if you've stamped with me before, I actually don't use Stays On that much. I usually use Memento ink, which would also be okay. So if you have Memento ink in your house, then use it. It's fine. But Memento ink right now is stuck in some sort of COVID shipping vortex. And but Stays On actually works also quite well with our watercolor pencils, which we're going to use today. So let me turn off the overhead light because that'll help some with these shadows. Let's see if that helps any with the shadows. And let me turn on my fancy light. I thought that the sun from the window would be enough, but this is much better. Okay, so any questions, just pop them in. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this tiniest little star stamp and we're going to use it to make a background on our base. So one thing when you're making a background is make sure and turn your stamp every now and then. So don't just go one direction. Okay, I'm going one direction all the way down, but you see I'm going to turn it and I'm going to go back up. Now, you'll notice I have my stamp in the corner of this humongous block. I'm using a humongous block because it's the one that was next to me. But when you're putting a tiny stamp on a humongous block, we tend to put our stamps right in the middle of the block, and then you're going to have a lot more risk of getting ink on your block instead of on your stamp. So don't just resist the urge to do that. Stick it in the corner. That's just a little tip I have. Now, keep in mind, most of this background is going to be covered up by our strip. So you don't have to do stars in that side part. So we're going to go down. And make sure when you're doing a background that some of your stars go off the edges, okay? That looks more natural. And then we're going to turn it and come back in with more stars. It's just a fun little thing. The cool thing about this card is you don't have to have a million products to make it. You can make it with stamps, ink, and paper. Okay, all we're using with this card is stamps, ink, and paper. So if you're new to stamping, this is a perfect card. Okay, now we're going to put that little star back, but since we're using Stays On, I'm going to go ahead and clean it with my Stays On cleaner. So the only thing that really gets out Stays On is Stays On cleaner. So you need to purchase some Stays On cleaner if you have Stays On. The reason why it's called Stays On is you can stamp it on anything. I could stamp it on this plastic table and it would permanently be on my plastic table. All right. All right, now what we're going to use well, let's go ahead and finish our stamping real quick and then we'll do our coloring. So we're going to stamp our zebra onto our strip here, and this particular one I used the sweet little zebra that's just kind of standing there. He's the standing there zebra looking to one side, and I don't have my stickers on my stamps yet. So that's your little standing there zebra, and underneath I'm gonna put the sentiment that says it's time to celebrate. Actually, I used it's time to celebrate on the first one. I'm going to use the one that says you party animal. It's so cute. So, you party animal. And then we're going to put happy birthday underneath that. Okay, just like so. All right, and you can see that stays on. It's thick and it's great, but you do need to give it just a second. It doesn't dry as fast as Memento, so just kind of let it hang. This should be plenty dry for us to do our coloring. So what we're going to use to color these stars is one of our watercolor pencils. So we have a watercolor pencil assortment, and it includes Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, Cajun Crazed, Crushed Curry, which we're using, Granny Apple Green, Garden Green, Coastal Cabana Balmy Blue, Night of Navy, and Gorgeous Grape. So if you've got these out, we're going to use Night of Navy and Bermuda Bay. I'm sorry, Coastal Cabana in a second. All right. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab my blender pen. All right, so what we're going to do is use our Crushed Curry pencil, to color in our bajillion stars. Okay, I'm not being careful here because you don't need to be. You just need to get a little bit of color in there. Okay, because you're going to come back with your blender pen to spread that color out. Now, if you don't want to use a blender pen, you can color these stars in really carefully with your colored pencil and be done. Okay, that's perfectly fine too. It doesn't matter. You decide what works for you. You do you. All right. So we're just coloring in all the stars. Does anyone here like to color? I love to color. When I color, I feel like I'm back in kindergarten, and that's a good thing. I love it. It's not like I feel like I'm back in kindergarten when I get glue over my hands. It's like I'm back in kindergarten in the happy zone. Also, when I was younger, my mom, who I think is on here, she was, if she didn't get knocked off, used to get me to color up a lot of her bulletin boards for her classroom. She was a wonderful teacher. And so I did a lot of coloring for that too. You can see that you thought that would take a really long time, but look, it didn't really take that long. I got most of my stars colored. I'll go back and get any ones that I didn't get later, but I think I got most of them. Okay, so now if you want to, you can use what's called a blender pen. This is a cool tool, and you can go in here and just move that ink around a little bit. This is definitely more important for like much bigger areas when you're using watercolor pencils, but you can just spread that ink around until it fills in that space that you colored. Okay, and blender pens, I think they come 3 in a pack, so you probably have to buy them like once every 5 years at most. So like I never buy any blender pens because they come 3 in a pack. And once you've used them with one color, the way that you clean them is you go like this. That's it. Okay, clean, done. Now I'm not going to color every single one of those stars again, but you get the picture. You can spread it out with your blender pen. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take a scrap of white. You reach down here into my white packet. And I will send you a scrap of white in your pack, so don't worry. And you're going to stamp your little party hat onto your scrap of white. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, stamp it twice because we're going to do, oops, sorry. We're going to do that again. We're going to use it again later. So you're going to need another party hat in a sec. And you're going to need to go ahead and clean off that party hat because you're going to use a different color with it. Now, I would need a paper towel to wipe that off, to wipe off that stays on. It comes right off with a paper towel, but you don't see me wiping it on my black pants. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is pop out a couple of our, just pick any 2 of the watercolor pencils. I'm going to use the Gorgeous Grape and Flirty Flamingo pencils. And I'm going to color this party hat. So I'm going to color the dots with the Flirty Flamingo. And I'm going to color the hat with the Gorgeous Grape. And then I'm actually going to come in here and color this with the Flirty Flamingo. Now, it's good to wait and let that dry good before you color on it. And now you're just going to use your paper snips. So these are great scissors. If you don't already have paper snips, these are only $10. And legit, you can cut your fingers off with it. Like, don't do that. Be careful. But you're going to fussy cut out this hat. Now, I did not use my blender pen to smooth that out. I'm just noticing that. So I'll go back and do that here in a secky poo. All right, blender pen, where did I throw you? So you can take your blender pen in here and just smooth out that purple area. Get the purple off just like that. That's it. Now, we're going to go back over here, and we're going to hope that I have a mini. Oh, I do have a mini dimensional. So we have 2 sizes of dimensionals. We're going to use both sizes tonight. We're going to pop, this little hat requires a mini dimensional, doesn't it? We're going to pop on his little hat. He's a party animal. All right, and then we're going to get this card together. We're done. So we're going to use our Stampin' Seal Plus. Now you can really see it with that light on. But see how it comes out in little lines? It's super cool. Super cool. All right, and then we're gonna put a little line of it here, and we're gonna slap that down. Shift it over a little bit to the left. Oh my goodness. Now, one thing I love about Stampin' Seal Plus that you won't get with Fast Fuse and the tear and tape is it's repositionable. So I put that down a little crooked. You can pick it up and put it down again. Now, I haven't even tried this on my glimmer paper yet, so this is the first time. I didn't have it when I made this card. Yay! So it rolls right out. And if it's not rolling out immediately, you just barely pull it with your finger. It'll come out. That's the problem I have with the Stampin' Seal regular, is it seems to want me to need to pull it out every time. It's shy. But Stampin' Seal Plus seems to roll right out pretty easily. And with the fuse, we had to click and flip and do all that. You don't have to do any of that. You just pick it up. All right, and then we're going to just lay these little strips. Oops, I don't want to cover up my cute little zebra or my happy birthday. So just lay that strip down there. And you're done, okay? Super cute, quick and easy. You can use, if you don't have the zebras, you can use any other animal or flower or any other stamp in the middle of your card. And you can put flowers in the background here. But you are going to want to get the Zany Zebras set. It's so cute. And pick up some of that Rainbow Glimmer Paper. Now, your kit will have Rainbow Glimmer Paper in it. It looks like I cut this a little bit bigger than this. Yours is going to be this size. I think it's super cute. And then you'll want to definitely pick up the watercolor pencils. Now, don't worry about writing all the item numbers down or anything. I'm going to send you instructions. As soon as this is over, I'm going to email you the instructions to make these cards. So make sure if you didn't register for the class, why don't you just send me your email by Facebook message, and then I can make sure you're registered to receive the instructions for the class. It has the cute picture, and then it has everything you need to do step by step, and it lists out all of the things that you might need to make this card with the item number and the price, okay? And you can even click directly onto there and order. It'll take you directly to my store. So if you want to get it all, just say add all to cart, and you can get everything you need to make the little zebras. Okay. Let's go on to our next card, and it is going to be our Zany Zebra card that uses some new designer paper. So I love this little card. We're gonna make this card, and it's so cute, but I thought, you know, we probably need a card that is more for boys. So not that pink can't be for boys, because we're all open-minded. Everybody can have any color they want. But I like to make some pinky cards and some bluey cards when I make cards. All right. Oh, and by the way, I just uncovered the door prize for tonight. So for people that watch and share my my class is also helpful, then you'll be in the drawing for the door prize. And I will, after this is over, I'll draw for it and I'll pop it in the mail to you. Okay. So let's get our pieces and parts for this card. Your little envelope will come, and it will include all of these little pieces. Now, you may see a card, one card may look like this. You may get another card that has completely different background, but it'll have coordinating papers. So don't worry, like you'll be able to put that card together the same. You'll get it when it comes to you in the mail. Like, oh, well, I'll just show you. So one of your cards will be with this designer paper, and then one of your cards will be with this. Okay, so you're gonna have one that's Melon Mambo and Mango Melody. So you'll be able to do that. Now this is the Artistry Blooms 12 by 12 designer paper. It is wonderful. If you like bright colors, this is your paper. It has Bermuda Bay, Coral, Cabana, Daffodil, Granny Apple, Gorgeous Grape, Garden Green, Magenta Madness, Mango Melody, Navy, Melon Mambo, Rich Razzleberry, and White. So all the great colors. And this is a 12 by 12 set of paper. I just have it here showing you a little piece. These two pieces are, if you've never seen our designer paper, I'll explain. So this is one side, this is the other side. All of our designer paper is double-sided. So the piece that we're using tonight is this pattern, and on the back is this pattern. Okay, so that's shown here. All right. And this is a designer paper sampler that I'm going to be posting about for my customers and my team soon. And it's something that you can purchase and have a nice sample of all of our designer series papers, which is cool. But tonight we're using Artistry Blooms. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, I like to do this part first just to get it out of the way. We're using a dark colored card on this card. So we're gonna put our Whisper White layer on the inside and just get that out of the way so that we don't accidentally stamp on it, okay? So we want to have that white in there so that we can stamp on that or write on that easily. All right, so these two pieces, actually these three pieces are what you're gonna stamp on. So we're going back to our zebras. Our Zany Zebras. One thing about card class, when we used to have it at Mom's house, we would use all different stamp sets and just lots of different things, but I try to keep it to one stamp set on my online card class so that if you like the stamp set, you can purchase it and you can make all of the cards for the entire class with that one set. So that is something that I want to do for you guys since we're not able to meet live. Now, some of you guys may be from out of town. So I love that you're able to watch and play along with us. Oh, Kathy's here. Hi, Kathy. Y'all make a comment if you're here so I'll know. I'm not seeing anyone's comments. If people are just being quiet, that's fine. But I was just checking to see who's all here. So say your name, say your name. All right, so we stamped our little zebra with the stays on. And now we're gonna grab that scrap that I said to stamp that extra hat on. And we're gonna use the two colored pencils are gonna be Coastal Cabana and Night of Navy. So we're going to cover this little party hat with Coastal Cabana. And then get some in here to this little guy. And then we're going to color in the circles with Night of Navy. If you're not sure what color you're using, I just had a moment where I was like, is that Gorgeous Grape? You can look right here. It says Night of Navy. Okay, so you can use your blender pen to kind of smooth that in if you'd like. It really does make a difference. But it's not required. If you just use the watercolor pencils, you can do that too. Okay. So we're gonna fussy cut that little hat with our paper snips. Now remember, when you're fussy cutting, keep your scissors still and whirl your paper around. That gives you a lot more control. So we're just gonna cut that around. Alrighty. Okay, now this guy is also gonna have his party hat on, and we're gonna need our mini dimensional. Pop that on. Our guy. Okie dokie, Smokey. Isn't it cute? Oh, he's so cute. Now, this little guy, oh, I didn't mention, this is cut out with one of, this night is brought to you by lots of dies. And I'm using lots of dies because not right now. I'm going to tell you about a special we have with our starter kit. And that is, you can get $125 in goodies for only $99. So you could get a lot of these dies on your starter kit. They're like $30 each, but you could get so many sets of them. These are our stitched shapes dies. They have squares, ovals, circles, all the goodies. And I use the largest circle from the stitched shapes dies to make this. I love my stitched shape dies so much, I actually purchased 2 packs so that I could cut them quicker. That's how much I love them. So that tells you I love them. Okay, so we're going to use our Bermuda Bay ink, and we're going to stamp the sentiment that says, kick up your heels, of course, because he's kicking up his heels. So with Bermuda Bay, now if you don't have Bermuda Bay and you have black, you could use black here too. It doesn't matter. Just improvise. So for online card class, you just kind of have to get your as Mom would say, your monitor and adjust hat on, okay? You've got to get your monitor and adjust hat on and just make it work. Now, let us stamp our party hat. So remember when I cleaned it? It's because I'm going to use this Bermuda Bay. So I just wanted to make this little strip have a cute little pattern. So we're going to use our Bermuda Bay and our party hat. I love doing this to cardstock. It just kind of, it's like make your own DSP. And you can just put that hat on your paper all around in circles, keeping it cool. All right. So just like we did before, make sure some of your party hats go off the edge there. Okay, I believe that's all the stamping. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna start making our layers. I'm gonna close my ink pad before I make a gargantuan mess. So we're gonna start with our Designer Series paper, Artistry Blooms, and we're gonna put some Stampin' Seal Plus on the corners. Slap that down in the center. And then we're gonna go next to our navy strip. And that just goes in the center. And then we're gonna pop our Bermuda strip down right there in the center. Again, all these dimensions are going to be on the instruction sheets that I email you guys. So make sure and pop me your email if you didn't register for the class. If you just happened to cross it on Facebook Live, that's fine. Now, if you always watch my Facebook Live on Wednesday nights, be aware that I am not going to have it tomorrow night because I had card class tonight. So I am doing a paper pumpkin class. If you have a paper pumpkin, we're doing that tomorrow night. Just message me. If you don't have it, I have some extra kits. It's a little kit that comes in the mail, a subscription. So cute. I don't have it in here, or I would show you. All right, so we're gonna stick our circle down with Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, and then just a little trick. I got to this part and I was like, okay, I need this to stick down right here. And I don't want it to go like this, and I can't put dimensionals here. So I turned it over and I put a dimensional in this corner. The cool thing about our mini dimensionals is they can fit in the tightest corners. So here and here. So you're gonna peel off the backing, and then that's going to go right up in that perfect little nook. Cool? So that's a little, not tricky part of that card, but something you might not intuitively just know. All right, the last thing we're going to do is tie a bow, and I will tie all your bows with this denim ribbon. This denim ribbon is just like ranch dressing. It goes with everything. I've used it in so many projects lately. It's actually in the annual catalog, and it's just the perfect complement to this cute card, okay? So slap that denim ribbon bow on there, and you're done. Okay, it will come already with a glue dot attached, so you'll just peel it off and stick it. All right, our final card. My friend Erica Serwin designed this card, and I just stared at it because I could not figure out how she made that zebra background. I was like, oh, she's done something very complicated that I could never do. And then sure enough, I watched her video, and it's not hard, which is why I'm going to show you tonight. So let's get started on this final card. The pieces are underneath my light, so I'm going to have to pick that up here. Okay, so all your pieces for this art are going to come in your nice little envelope. Now, let's just orient you. You're going to have 2 pieces of white on this card. Actually, that needs to go. That was first, I don't know what that was for. That was an extra piece. So your 2 pieces of white for this card are the same size. I did that on purpose, just so you couldn't mix them up. So one of them will go inside, just so you can write, because this is a magenta, is kind of difficult to write on. So close that up and put it aside, okay? And actually, while it's out here, you can go ahead, and you've got a big black piece and a little black piece. You'll want to make sure and just use the smaller black piece for this layer. So this layer goes centered on that, and that goes off to this side. All right, and now what we're going to do is make our zebra background. And you're going to be like, that's it? Yep, that's it. All we're going to do, so this piece of paper, by the way, I used is the size of a regular card front, okay? 5 1/4, 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 is what I'm going to put in your packet. And it's just, you can get that out of a scrap, whatever. So you're just cutting irregular little pieces of black cardstock, okay? I wouldn't go too thick with it because I think thinner looks kind of more cool. But just play with it. Just be very random with it. Okay, it's a zebra, right? So there's nothing like scripted about it. I may have too many strips here, so that's fine. And obviously we need to do something to that strip. That's not kosher. Okay, so we've got all of our strips. Now we're going to take out our Whisper White piece, okay? And we are going to put these down at an angle. Now, if they're big enough, you can use glue dots. And I do use glue dots a lot because when I use liquid glue, I really feel like a silly kindergartner. But you can use liquid glue on these thinner strips. Let me show you how it works. It's not that hard. I just resist it. So you're just going to put it just on the inside part of it. You don't want to go all the way out to the edges because we're going to be cutting this off, okay? Now these are going to go down at an angle, okay? And I'm going to just use glue dots for the rest of them if I can. So just put them down at an angle. I might make your scrap piece a tiny bit bigger than what I did. It fits fine, but it's kind of a stretch. So I'm going to make this one be really different. So put your little glue dots just towards the inside of your strips. Oops, that needs to go further up, doesn't it? Cool. And then let's just do one more right here. How about? And you could use the liquid glue so it stays flat all the way across if you want to. I'm not that freaky about it, but you could do that too. And I would stick a tiny bit of glue. Oops. It's a good idea if you're using glue dots to at least put 2 glue dots, because then it won't do what it just did. I'm gonna hold that for a second. Liquid glue is great. It just takes a sec to dry. So you kind of have to give it a hold. All right, and then we're going to clip around that. And you're just gonna take your scissors and cut all those edges off. Yeah, I should cut from the back side because that's exactly why. Okay. If you see a little stick that's sticking up like that, then you can take your scissor and stick a glue dot right under there. Okay, so now you have your zebra background. How easy was that? Just from black scraps. Isn't that just cool? Super cool. I know my friend Erica made this project, and she used her zebra background paper to make a cute little Debbie snack cake. And guess what kind of little Debbie she put in it? Zebra cakes. So yes, the cutest. So I just adapted it into a card. All right, so now we're going to go back to our star stamp, and let's see where I put it. Hopefully I put it back in its little home. Oh yes, I did. It was covered up with something. And we're going to use Gorgeous Grape ink to just make a cute little, some cute little designs with our stars on this strip of Gorgeous Grape. Again, you can see that I'm just randomly stamping our stars there. Cool. I made kind of a mess on my block, didn't I? I wasn't being very careful. All right, I'm gonna stick that back in its cage. All right, now the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stamp Wild About You. I believe that's what this is. Yes, Wild About You. Did I mention where this die came from? I don't think I did. So the second die that we're using that's fabulous tonight is called the Tasteful Labels dies. Okay, they go with Tasteful Touches. These have got to be quite possibly the coolest dies that came out since our Stitched Labels dies. So we have this set of cool dies. This is where your sentiment comes from. But we've got all these cool layers. Isn't that something? I think it's fabulous. I just posted a card today on my Facebook page with the goat stamp set using that Tasteful label die as an outline. So you can go check that out. So now I'm just going to stamp Wild About You with Gorgeous Grape onto my white strip there. So I just used my Big Shot die cut machine and my dies to cut that out ahead of time. Your pack will come with all that already cut out, but if you want to purchase those dies, then make sure and get those on your list. Now, this cool die is brand new, and it goes with a stamp set designed by one of our $1 million sellers, Robin Cardon, and it's called Hippo and Friends. And look at all these cool dies. Stitched, labels galore, and then of course it's going to cut out your pieces of your Hippo stamp set. But the labels are what I'm focusing on right now. They're just outstanding. So, yeah, we're using that one for our card today. Just the outline. Okay, our last little zebra is this cute guy that's kind of looking backwards. And he looks like he's ready for trouble. He is ready for trouble. All right, isn't he adorable? And he doesn't get a hat, he's just having a party by himself. All right, and let's see, I think everything is stamped. Now we're down to assembly. All right, when I assemble, I usually assemble from the bottom up. That's just kind of logic, how my logic works. So I'm going to take this piece with our zebra background, add that with my Stampin' Seal Plus. Now, if you used to use snail adhesive and you're wondering about why is Stampin' Seal more expensive, it's got a lot more in it. So it's got 13 feet of adhesive, whereas our other had less than 10. I can't remember how much, but it was a lot less. So that's the price difference there. All right, oh, I meant to show you my stitched star. So the last set of dies we're using, and I believe it's upstairs because I used it for another project, but it's a whole set of dies that cut out different size stars. So I can at least show it to you in the catalog. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, here we go. So we've got all these cool stars. Won't that be great at Christmas? Yes. So we're using this one is the star that we're using. Now, speaking of Christmas, I cannot forget to mention that tomorrow, if you're a happy shopper, so if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you enjoy your happy shopping discount, most of my happy shoppers don't have classes, they're just happily shopping. I have 75 people on my team and only about 5 to 6, probably 8 people have classes. The rest are happily shopping. So our happy shoppers get to look at the holiday catalog tomorrow. We're going to get to see it, and we're going to be able to order from it July 1st. Customers can order from it August 1st. So it's a great time to get a starter kit because you want to go ahead and be the first to see. All I could think today is that song, well, we need a little Christmas, because we do need a little Christmas right now. Am I right? All right, so you're going to take your Gorgeous Grape and your Magenta Madness. Now, this is a designer paper. So every year we have the coolest designer papers that match all of our colors. This designer paper this year is no exception. We have a wood grain, a pattern with words, a little hatchy pattern, and a polka dot in each one of the new in colors. Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, Bumblebee, Magenta Madness, and Misty Moonlight. So this is where I got the little strip from this piece, and then I cut out the star from that piece. Okay, so that's where that paper comes from. But you get a pack of like 2 of this sheet, 2 of this sheet. So these are opposite sides of each other. Okay, let me see if I can put my hands on that pack of paper real quick to show you. I don't have the full, they're 6 by 6, okay, and like it's gonna be this on one side and this on the other, okay, so it's right next to its partner. But you're gonna get a pack of 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So really, I usually tell people to get 2 packs because you're only getting 2 sheets of each this double-sided design, so you want to go ahead and get 2 packs, so you'll be happy, because otherwise you're going to be like, I need more, and it's the middle of the night. Okay, now to assemble this card, I think the easiest way to do it is to kind of eyeball where you're going to put your zebra, and then you're going to go ahead and position your little strips, okay? Just because there's a lot going on the front here, and you don't want things hanging off your card so it won't go in the envelope. And then your sentiment will go right about here. So make sure your strips are low enough so that you can get your sentiment in there and your stuff won't still hang off the card. So now we can take this and move it along, and we can stick our strips down with glue dots. Okay, so I like to pull this glue dot off with my snips and just slap it under there, slap it under there, slap this under here, and under that one. So now our strips are nice and stuck. We're gonna pop up our cute little zebra with a bigger dimensional, so our regular size dimensionals. Okay, so we're gonna stick that down like so. And then this is a little trick on the sentiment piece. So some of it is at this plane and some of it's at that plane. So if we put dimensionals on it, it'll be crooked. So what I do is I put a dimensional on this side and then a glue dot on the other side. And then that way it sits just perfectly. Oh, well, if you take the sticky off the back of your dimensional, then it sits just perfectly. Ta-da, you see? Okay. And then we're going to stick this star down, our stitched star, with a dimensional, like so. Okay. Now I just realized that my twine, I took it upstairs. So you're gonna get some twine in your bag, and I'll show you where it comes from, because you may not already know where that black and white twine is. It goes with one of the cutest sweets, black and white twine, and then red stitched twine. So you get both of the twines for $7.50, which is a great deal, okay? So, but your packet, your make and take packet, will have the twine already tied in bow on a glue dot for you just to pop onto your card. So that's where that will go. And then your little zebra card is done, okay? So you're gonna have enough to make 2 of each card. So when you're done, you'll have 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these, okay? And all of those pieces and bits of papers are free. Remember, let's review. If you put in a $35 order or more tonight, then you're going to get all the make and takes to make those cards for free. Also, if your order is $50 or more, you'll have the goodies to make 6 cute tags using the zebra stamp set. Okay, so you're going to have some little gift tags if your order is $50 or more. But let me tell you about the best deal in the catalog right now, and that is the starter kit. So let me see if this is too small for you to see. Okay, I think y'all can see this, and I will post this up to my Facebook page too so you can see it. But let's take, for instance, our Rainbow Glimmer Paper card. Okay, we're gonna get the Zany Zebras stamp set, the Stays On pad with the refill. You always want to get your refill when you get an ink pad. Your watercolor pencils, your blender pens, your Rainbow Glimmer Paper, some white thick, I didn't mention this is thick cardstock because it needs to be a whole card base. It needs to hold up. Our regular white is great, but it just doesn't hold up as a card base. It's what we use for layers. So the thick cardstock, Stampin' Seal plus adhesive, mini glue dots, and mini Stampin' Dimensionals. that all adds up to $96, okay? You're gonna have enough white paper to make multiple cards. If you get the 1 pack of white, you can make 48 sheets, but not with this white strip, okay? In fact, on this card, you could just even, you wouldn't even have to put the white layer there. You could just stamp him right on the base and put those strips there. I just thought of that. Up to you. You wouldn't have to actually do the white overlay there. Anyway, so you would have lots to make a ton of cards for $96. Now, the starter kit is $125 for $99. Okay, so no shipping. Okay, so if you were just to put in this order on your own, you would have to pay. Let me see if I can put my hands on my calculator. Probably can't, even though I use it like, oh, here it is. So if you were to buy this order for $96, it would be $105 with tax and shipping, okay? But if you got a starter kit, you could get you could pick out $125 in stuff and not pay any shipping. So shipping on $125 would get you up to $137.50. So you're not going to have to pay the extra amount of shipping, which would be $12.50. Okay, so that's free. You don't have to pay that. You do have to pay tax. So your starter kit will be about, in Little Rock, it'll be about $108, okay, on your credit card. But if you get the starter kit, you could pick out $125 worth of stuff, no shipping, and only pay $99. So would you rather get the $125 for $99, or would you rather pay $105 for your $96 worth of stuff? Like, this is a much better deal. Also, right now, because it's June, you can get any free bundle from the catalog with a starter kit. So for instance, if you wanted to purchase there's some bundles that I showed you tonight. My favorite one right now that I've been focusing on my blog is the Tasteful Labels bundle. So it includes the Tasteful Labels dies, which are shown here. And then let's go to page 124, and you can see the stamp set. So this is the stamp set that goes with those dies. It's gorgeous. I mean, look at all these projects you can make with the dies and the stamp set. Okay, so the bundle, the stamp set and the dies is $48.50, and that's going to be free with your starter kit in June. So you do the math. Now you get a free bundle, which is around $50. So now you're getting $137.50's value plus 50, so that's $187.50. Plus you get a free pumpkin craft kit, which is a $20 value. So you're going to be over $200 in stuff for $99 plus tax, which ends up $108. Okay, I always have to do the math for people because they just can't always see the value of the starter kit, but you're getting $207.50 worth of products for $108. Okay, so you could get everything to make the Rainbow Glimmer card and have more to spend. So you've got whatever 125 minus 96 is. You've still got $29 to spend after you get everything to make this card. Okay, or you might go over to this card and decide what you want to get to make that card. So I will help you build your starter kit. You could make a zebra starter kit. You could make a goat starter kit. You could make a starter kit with just kits. Okay, so that's another option. All of our kits are listed in the, let me see where they are. I can't remember if they're in the front or the back anymore. Oh yes, they're in the front. So you could get this kit, that kit, this kit, this dot. So you could put all the kits together and just get a kit of kits. All right. So whatever floats your boat, I can help you pick that out. So just send me a Facebook message and tell me that you want to take advantage of this starter kit deal. It's the best, and tomorrow we get to see the new holiday catalog. So one more reason to get that sneak peek and be a Pretty's Team happy shopper. Okay. Remember, orders of $35 or more get the make and take packets to make these cards. If you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you just want the sheets, then you just need to register. And the PDF version of the sheets is $15. So if you just want the sheets, then you can have that too. Oh, the last thing is when you order, you need to use a host code. And I will tell you what that is. Let me see. It's in the email. It's in the email that I sent you. And I will also put it in the description of this video. So in just a second, it'll all be in the description of this video. Any questions that I have? Any questions? I hope you've seen some fun things that you like. I'm going to hold on here for just a second and make sure I don't miss any questions. Oh, now I see all the comments. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and look at them. Okay, the little Debbie Zebra snack cakes, just because of that stamp set. Okay, Kathy, you just placed your order. Thank you. How did I miss all these comments? I'm so happy. Patience is in the floods in Maumelle. Oh, no. Sherry, hope you're staying safe and dry. I love that set of dies, Sherry. I do too. Sherry's in Florida. Kathy loved what we were saying. Patience was here. Chris was here. Debbie was here. Stephanie Jackson. Barb says the one with his head turned is talking to the other two, I think. Yes, that's so cute. You could use them both on a card. Thank you, Barb. I love the zebras too. And hi, Cheryl. I cannot believe, I don't know why I couldn't see any of your comments because now they're all right there. So thank you, friends. And like I said, Facebook message me your email so you can get the instructions here. And I'm just so happy that we got to stamp tonight, and I can't wait for you to get zany with your zebras. Good night.